never know which way they
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the arrival of our official party. Please be seated. Good morning and welcome to today's Basic Military Training Graduation Ceremony. We would like to introduce our distinguished guests, beginning with the host for today's ceremony. The Deputy Commander, Air Force Basic Military Training, Lieutenant Colonel Alvin Schultz, Jr. The Senior Enlisted Leader, Air Force Basic Military Training, Chief Master Sergeant Dan Anderson. The Reviewing Official, the Commander, 1st Special Operations Wing, Colonel Allison Black. The Command Chief, 1st Special Operations Wing, Chief Master Sergeant Joey Meininger. Although time does not permit us to introduce all of our distinguished guests, the 737 Training Group is proud to welcome each of you. We hope you enjoy today's ceremony. Our Commander of Airmen is Technical Sergeant Alejandro Alba. Colonel Black will review today's ceremony.
Attention. Earth, hurt,
Halt! And post! Give your squadron parade rest!
Parade! Parade!
In place! Sound off!
Shut up! Two! Shut up! Play!
Give your squadron attention!
Play! Play!
Give your squadron prisoner!
Present! Present!
Hurt!
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the playing of the national anthem. Thank you. Please be seated.
Hurt!
Sir, the praise for.
Take your post! Give your squadron order on! Receive the report. Report.
Each squadron prisoner accounted for, sick! Each squadron prisoner accounted for, sick!
Sir, all present or accounted for.
Publish the orders. Attention to order! Details for today! Non-commissioned officer of the day! Technical Sergeant Gear! By order of Colonel Wilson! Officers! Center! Her!
Over the last 7.5 weeks, the The men and women before you have transformed from civilians into motivated, disciplined warriors with the foundation to serve in the most powerful military the world has ever known. Once they leave basic military training, they will continue on to technical training to learn the skills needed to perform in one of 118 specialties. They will then move on to serve at one of 84 installations around the globe or work directly with our sister services. As they move on to technical training, they will continue to focus on adapting to military requirements, achieving occupational proficiency, and learning how to be highly productive members of the armed forces. These men and women will prepare for increased responsibilities and must ensure they are trained, qualified, and ready to deploy and operate in an expeditionary environment. These graduates are the future of our national defense and will pave the way for the generations that will follow. (737) Training Group, United States Air Force, Joint Base San Antonio, Lackland, Texas. Subject, Commander's Excellence. The Commander's Excellence streamer is awarded to the 322nd Training Squadron, Flight 141, for their significant accomplishments demonstrating teamwork, excellence, and esprit de corps during the period of 18 December 2023 to 1 February 2024. Signed, Billy Whistle Jr., Colonel, United States Air Force.
Counterbearer. Close. Hard.
The Commander's Excellence Flight was led by Technical Sergeant Dominique Reyes and Technical Sergeant Yannick O'Neill. Of the hundreds of thousands of American citizens that enter the workforce each year, less than 1% have joined the ranks of the United States military. The graduates before you have reached a milestone in their military journey and will require your continued support to assist them in their future endeavors.
Your squadron, presenters!
Present! Present!
Present the command.
March the command and review.
Alert. Arms. Change post. Charge. And your squadron. Order. Review!
The graduates passing in review today represent a portion of the 35,000 men and women who will complete basic military training this year. The 737 training group provides all recruits the essential military training to become motivated members of the world's greatest Air Force. Now, passing in review from the 737 Training Support Squadron, the Commander of Airmen, led by Technical Sergeant Alejandro Alba, Military Training Instructor Trainer, hometown Aurora, Colorado. From the 321st Training Squadron, the Drum and Bugle Corps, Flight 138 and 139, led by Staff Sergeant Micah Arabia, Military Training Instructor, hometown Eva Beach, Hawaii. From the 324th Training Squadron, the A Squadron staff, led by Technical Sergeant Taylor Fields, Military Training Instructor Trainer, hometown Long Island, New York. From the 331st Training Squadron, Flight 152, led by Technical Sergeant Eric Whitlow, Military Training Instructor, hometown Fordyce, Arkansas. Flight 151, led by Technical Sergeant Casey Clement, Military Training Instructor, hometown St. Petersburg, Florida. PT Excellence Flight, Flight 150, led by Technical Sergeant Miguel Molina, Military Training Instructor Trainer, hometown Laverne, California. Flight 149, led by Technical Sergeant Nadia Cruz, Military Training Instructor, hometown Victoria, Texas. From the 326th Training Squadron, Flight 148, led by Technical Sergeant John Hunt, Military Training Instructor, hometown Texarkana, Texas. Flight 147, led by Master Sergeant Travis Brown, Military Training Instructor, hometown Littleton, Colorado. From the 324th Training Squadron, Flight 146, led by Technical Sergeant John Lynch, Military Training Instructor, hometown Mobile, Alabama. Flight 145, led by Staff Sergeant Devontae Hardaway, Military Training Instructor, hometown Vero Beach, Florida. From the 322nd Training Squadron, the Color Guard, led by Staff Sergeant Seth Johns, Military Training Instructor Trainer, hometown Memphis, Tennessee. Flight 140 and Commander's Excellence Flight, Flight 141, led by Staff Sergeant Leah Cook, Military Training Instructor, hometown Frederick, Maryland. the 737th Training Support Squadron, the B Squadron staff, led by Technical Sergeant Danielle Shively, Military Training Instructor Trainer, hometown Royce City, Texas. From the 324th Training Squadron, Flight 144, led by Staff Sergeant Tamia Johnson, Military Training Instructor, hometown Hinesville, Georgia. From the 322nd Training Squadron, Flight 143, led by Technical Sergeant Nicholas Sirocco, Military Training Instructor, hometown Port St. Lucie, Florida. Flight 142, led by Technical Sergeant Kyle Rodas, Military Training Instructor, hometown Hollister, California. From the 321st Training Squadron, Academic Excellence Flight, Flight 137, led by Technical Sergeant Nathan Simon, Military Training Instructor, hometown Mount Airy, Maryland. Flight 136, led by Staff Sergeant Jordan Spann, Military Training Instructor, hometown Geneva, Alabama.
Hey!
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the playing and singing of the United States Air Force song. Thank you. You may be seated. Musical support for this morning's ceremony has been provided by the graduates from Flight 138 and 139, performing under the direction of Technical Sergeant Matthew Zettelmoyer, Military Training Instructor, hometown Augusta, Georgia. Ladies and gentlemen, Colonel Black will now come forward and address our graduating class.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, families and friends. What an incredible day to gather to share the selfless service of these wonderful young men and women. I first want to just say thank you. Thank you for your support, for your dedication, for your endorsement. Thank you for your trust. Our people are our competitive advantage, and humans are more important than our hardware. So your trust, the trust that you have in us to train, to equip, to prepare these men and women is not lost on us, and we thank you from the very bottom of our hearts. It is a pleasure to be here with you today, and it is my privilege to introduce our Air Force's newest Airman. Now, teammates, I don't have to tell you that the last 7.5 weeks have been a grind. You have been getting after it. You have been overcoming obstacles. You likely learned a thing or two about yourself. You likely learned a thing or two about teamwork. And that's what we need. Overcoming challenges, operating outside of your comfort zone. Welcome to the United States Air Force. Your grit, your determination, your perseverance is what we need on today's battlefield. Use that as you go forward. We couldn't be more proud of what you've accomplished in just a short time, but what you will accomplish in the years to come. But you did not get here alone. Your family got you to the door, but you were dropped off into the loving arms of our military training instructors. And without those quiet professionals, those that spend the time and energy day and night, that have a kind voice, but most often probably have a loud voice in directing and shaping you for the airman that you are today, but what you will become in the days, weeks, months, and years ahead of you. So for the military training instructors, my hat's off to you for your dedication to developing our men and women that are across our great Air Force at this very moment. Thank you from the bottom of my heart on behalf of all my command teams. We talk about grit, determination, and perseverance, and there's a lot to be said for that. We need you to show up. We need you to be biased for action. We need you to be intentional in your efforts. We need to be resilient in the face of challenges and humble in your interactions. That's not a lot to ask, because in our line of work, we deal in trust. Credibility is our currency in our nation and around the world, and you must deliver. We need you when the call comes, and I guarantee you that call will come. We need you to show up because it's game day. We need you to leave it all out on the field and get up the next day to do it all over again, regardless of the cost. Because we are in a relentless pursuit of mission success, and you are now a part of that. Be proud, hold your head high, because you will achieve great things. I want you to remember a few things. Remember that you stand on the shoulders of giants. We are all rooting for you and want to see nothing more but for you to succeed. Remember, you represent yourself, your family, your hometown. You represent your country. You get to represent this great nation, and not everybody gets that opportunity, so hold your head high. Remember that you're serving during a consequential time, but when you look to your left and your right, you look at those teammates, you are a part of a group of lethal problem solvers that will deliver options for commanders, and that is what makes us different. That is what makes us successful. You will have experiences and memories that I guarantee you will last a lifetime. May God bless all of our new airmen today. May God bless the men and women that are around the world at this very moment, protecting the freedoms that we hold so dear, and may God bless America. Thank you. I have one question. Are you ready to join the ranks of the world's greatest Air Force? I think they're ready. Let's do this.
Please stand as Colonel Black will now administer the oath of enlistment. Instructors, place your flights at attention.
Court, it's hot!
Now raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name. Do solemnly swear or affirm.
Do solemnly swear
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic. That I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same. and that I will obey the orders of the President of the United States and the orders of the officers appointed over me. According to regulations and the Uniform Code of Military Justice. So help me God. Congratulations, Airman, and welcome to the United States Air Force.
Thank you, Colonel Black. Please remain standing while our graduates recite the Airman's Creed and for the departure of the official party. I am an American Airman.
I am a warrior. I answer my nation's call. I am an American Airman. My mission is to fly, fight, and win. I am faithful to a proud heritage, a tradition of honor, and a legacy of valor. I am an American Airman, guardian of freedom and justice. My nation's sword and shield, its century and avenger. I defend my country with my life. I am an American Airman, wingman, leader, warrior. I will never leave an airman behind. I will never falter. Cadence to red up, play!